We are up and ready to go. It appears that some people really enjoyed when I talked about my side hustles and things outside of training. So I thought I would mention a few other things. There was a motivational speech I heard it was many years ago. But the main point from it, or the keywords, it was almost a list you should follow to be successful. And it's extremely simple. It's 3 steps. The number 1 step is find what you love to do. If I were to ask someone, if you were given like $1 million or a significant amount of money, so you didn't have to think about work or anything, what would you do? And the answer that they would say, that is most likely the thing they love. But if you don't really know what that is the first thing you need to figure out, because otherwise it's going to be really hard. But let's say you know what you love doing. The other thing then is to get extremely good at it. And it can literally be anything, like trust me. If it's, watching Netflix movies, if that's one thing, get the fucking best. Know everything about everything. That's literally the thing. Or if you love sports, like myself, like I love calisthenics. Alright, I'm gonna get fucking good at it. The best of the best. Or for me as well, with mechanics and repairing ADVs, quads. I want to become so damn good, so on my spare time I watch YouTube, I learn new things, how to repair. I literally just gain as much information about the things that I love doing as possible. And this is then where we enter the 3rd step in this list, and that is find a way to make money on it. And it is way more simple than you may think, because if you have succeeded with the step number 2, and that is becoming the best in what you love doing, if you're the best, you're gonna make money no matter which area you're in. If it's within repairs or watching Netflix movies, I trust me, there's probably a job or an opportunity for you to be an entrepreneur in knowing everything about movies. It can literally be anything. I'm not gonna mention all crazy examples, but it's so true. So calisthenics as well, you become really good. You can start with social media, like that's what I did. You can start with doing programs, you can do sponsorships, you can do advertisement, you can do online coaching. There's literally so much. And if you become really good in what you're doing, you're gonna be attractive as well. There's gonna be a lot of people wanting your service or whatever it may be. And the key thing here is, if you're making money on something you're extremely good at and something that you love from the beginning, which is the key point, then that's simply all you need. And the truth is, you don't really need to make that much money to still have a life that you absolutely love. When I heard that, a lot of things changed, because especially for me growing up, I just heard oh, you gotta get a great job, earn a lot of money. No one ever told me okay, but if I have a lot of money, what should I do? And if someone were to ask me that now, if I were given way too much money for me to even handle, I would probably still have the lifestyle I have. I would still go to gym. I would probably spend more time in the garage just building crazy stuff, doing things I love. I would probably share a lot of things on social media because I enjoy and love to help people as well. And at that point, I generally know that the lifestyle I'm working towards is the right path for me. And the truth is, I don't really need that much money, because I don't need to spend it on things to get dopamine and feel enjoyment from life, because my daily life is that enjoyment, if that makes sense. And that's something I'm just every day trying to live up to and enjoy the things I'm doing and get really damn good at it. So right now I'm focusing on training, calisthenics, fitness, and then on mechanics and repairs. And that's the things right now. And I feel true joy. And trust me, I'm living an extremely basic life. I still live at home. That's to cut down on expenses, because I don't want to, in young age especially, I don't want to feel the need to get enough money just to go around. If I have too much expenses, I'm always gonna need to have that income, and most likely I have to work for someone else to get that money. And that's not a state I want to be in. So I rather spend a few years now cutting expenses. I also drive in the most cheap car possible, because there's no reason for me to flex with money or anything, because it's crucial. And also, if you understand the compounding of money is that the younger you are, the more money you have, that is worth a lot, because you can make money work for you if you invest it right. And also just to have capital is sort of a safe. If we just do a sidetrack, I'm in my 3rd year of mechanical engineering, and I'm, to be honest, planning on quitting this summer. And I wouldn't be able to do that unless I had a plan, unless I had capital right now, because I have enough capital and a lifestyle for me to survive a long time without me needing money. And that's a really good position, especially in young age, or really in any case, because this means I can take a lot of risks, I can try a lot of things, and if I fail, it's not that harmful for me. It's just, all right, I come back here, I try something new. And that in young age, I value that extremely high. So that's why I live really basic. You know, I go in, I'm looking for discounted food, I'm looking for discounted everything. Not because I need it, but because I cut everything, because it's just a waste in time or where I am now. I don't spend a lot of money on clothes. I mostly wear Grenation clothes or sponsored clothes, and you know, sometimes I buy them, sometimes I get them for like Christmas from family and stuff. And like, it's a lifestyle I enjoy. I don't care about that, you know, how it looks from the outside, because I generally feel a lot of joy in what I do, and that is, I think, the key part. And also with the money wise and things, just feel safe. Like, I don't need to have the stress that, oh fuck, now I'm short on money. Like, no, I know I have enough money to go around. It's all I really need to do is just live pretty basic, and trust me, it's not that harmful. I really enjoy it. So I think that shares a lot. I just want to mention it as well, especially because I think on social media, a lot of, let's say, influencers, they show a lot of, you know, luxury things, and maybe some people do actually earn a lot of money, but I don't think that's the case for everyone. And the truth is, it's up to you. For me, I don't feel too much joy driving maybe the most crazy car or having the craziest house. That's not really my end goal, not at all. For me, it's just to every morning be able to wake up and make a decision. All right, what do I want to do today? Have that freedom. If that's the case, then I feel successful. I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way. I'm working there. So let's get back to the training. Today is front lever training. Yesterday I pushed the dips a bit too hard, I think, like the plunge training in general. So I do feel a bit more sore than I should in the shoulder. I hope that's not gonna affect today's training too much, but it means that next session I'm really gonna see. If I feel anything in the shoulder, I might skip the dips and the ones that are targeting the shoulder too much. But we'll see. Front lever, one arm front lever, takes a lot of shoulder as well. Even though it's not the main muscle, it feels a lot of, let's say, pressure. So gonna just do it light, and if that one is also too painful, I might change it up for another skill. Or another exercise, not another skill. But for now, I will see you guys in the gym. First up, we do have the front lever pull-ups, and I'm doing progressive overload on the pull-ups or the pull sessions as well. So it's gonna be 11 reps, 3 sets on basically all the exercises for today, if my body is good enough for it. That's pretty damn good. I felt really strong in the pull, thinking if I've done something different. Of course, it's been a few days that I haven't trained pull, so got some rest in the back, but 11 reps, pretty good. I think the form was decent as well. We'll put the camera over there for the next set, see if I'm actually straight, but it's promising. Set number 2, let's see if my reps are approved form-wise. Feels really damn strong today, not gonna lie. Wasn't really expecting it since I've been, you know, a bit tired in the shoulder and everything, but I guess since it's another muscle or other muscles, it's pretty damn fine. But I don't know, I'm gonna check the video and see if the form was good. Hopefully it was, and we can do the same thing for the final set. Final set. The reps did look pretty good, so I guess maybe I've been getting a bit stronger, or I'm having a good day. pretty damn good. I'm really happy with those reps, and I didn't feel too much in the shoulder. Of course, this is not that sort of range of motion. Top holds might be a bit more harsh if I'm holding here, a bit more tightening, but I guess we'll see when we get there. Next up is the one arm front lever. And to be honest, I am a bit short with time today, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna feel pain, because usually if I've had a pretty rough planche session, I feel a lot of pain in the shoulders. In the one arm, I think that's the only one really that is really painful when I do it. So I'm gonna skip that today, because it's not worth it. If I've overtrained the shoulder a bit too much, it's rather give it just some rest to get back on track. But therefore, I'm gonna jump directly to Victorian on P-bars, and then do front lever top holds. Victorian hold, it's gonna be 11 seconds, 3 sets, and I will have my timer ready for this one as well, since I have noticed multiple times that I can't count in my head, or not accurate at least. Let's see if I'm extremely strong in this one as well. Might be, since it's also a lot of lats. For it being the first set, felt extremely good. I don't know, in this one as well, when I have the strength enough to get the shoulders or the chest up and shoulders back and be in that position from the start, way easier to get a long hold with right form. Whereas if I'm not strong enough in the beginning and my chest doesn't really get up, and I'm holding maybe around here, still counts as a Victorian, but I might be able to hold like 5 seconds, and then I'll start to drop and lose the form. So in summary, this was a really good set. I must see if I can do 2 more of them. Let's get a form check on the Victorian as well. Felt really good, but the feeling can vary a lot from the reality. So you will judge if the form was good enough. Final set for the Victorian. Feels good to be strong again. It's been probably like 1 week of pretty damn rough workouts. So having a few exercises at least, or a few workouts that feel really good, brings the motivation up again. Because now I was able to hold the full set for the 11 seconds and even feel like I have a bit more seconds in reserve. Not to exaggerate, but a few, maybe 2 or 3. But before it's been like, you know, when the 11 seconds is done, I'm most likely already on the floor. So this is progress. Top front lever holds. Maybe this time I can actually have the rings towards the stomach, since I feel strong. But I'm not gonna have my hopes too high up. But either way, I'm gonna try my best for these ones as well. 11 seconds, 3 sets, the casual. To be honest, I think that's better than what it usually is. It wasn't a complete touch, but reality is also they are pretty wide now, so if I were to touch, I would have to hold them like this, which is just a bit too heavy. Probably is doable, but if I had them a bit closer, might be possible. But either way, I didn't drop too much this time, had my body around here, and that's pretty decent. Because if you were to have a bar that's just a bit thicker, I would be touching it. And I'm training because I want to have it on bars. So to be honest, that's what I compare it to. I still constantly get asked why I use resistance band when I'm training these skills, even if I'm capable of doing a full front lever or a full planche or whatever it may be. And the reason is because, yes, I can do that skill, but not for the duration that I'm training in right now. So let's say I would train without the resistance band. I would be able to do front lever for maybe like 8 seconds in the first set. Then I would probably have around 6 or 7, maybe not just a front lever hold, that's a bad example, but let's do front lever pull-ups, maybe 5 pull-ups I'm capable of doing in first set, then 4 and then maybe 3. And in my opinion, that's a bit too low in intensity. During a workout or during my sets, I want to have a minimum rep count or set hold for 8 reps or 8-second holds. And if I can't do an exercise that long without the band, I'm gonna add the resistance band so I get into like 8 seconds up to 14 seconds roughly. And I want to train in that interval. So that's why I use resistance band. And this is still gonna give me a lot of strength when I'm taking it away. So for example, front lever pull-ups, I'm still gonna increase my rep count without the resistance band, even if I'm training with resistance band, if that makes sense. So if I were to now just take away all the bands and start training again, I would have increased my body weight training reps and holds and everything. But the main goal is to get up to 8-second holds or 8 reps per exercise. If I can't do that, I will add a resistance band, and that's gonna increase the intensity and time under tension, which is basically what I want from the workout. A bit long explanation, but I think you get it. Let's move on to set number 2 in front lever top holds. Let's try to put the rings a bit closer and see if I actually can have them against the stomach during the hold. First few seconds, really good. Then I dropped a few, maybe like 2 centimeters down, which is still really good. So I'm happy with that. Of course, it helped to move the rings closer because then I don't need to pull inwards, just need to pull against the stomach, which is beneficial, and I'm only using the muscles for one sort of direction. Let's do one more set. Last set for this one. Let's see if we can get a solid hold. Pretty dang good. Like I said, I'm a bit short with time, so I can do about 20 more minutes. I'm in the gym, then I gotta leave. So let's move on to weighted pull-ups and then wrap it up. A bit shorter session today, but sometimes you just gotta adapt. Today I'm going with a 40 kg. Last pull session, I did the chin-ups with 30 kg. I think that was one of my weaker sessions as well, but the chin-up grip is more unusual for me. That's why I put a lower weight as well. Don't want to get injured just because I'm a bit cocky with the weights. But pull-ups, I've done a lot of. So I'm going for 40 kg, and it's going to be 11 reps, one more than I did before, and hopefully I can do it. But a lot of chalk as well. If I have a bit more false grip in pull-ups, it sort of takes away the grip strength. And to be honest, if you do 11 pull-ups, that's a decent amount of long time that you actually have to hold the bar. And if you're not having good grip and you're using all the strength to actually just hold yourself, that is draining the energy quick. So for me to have a bit more false grip it's worth a lot if I want to focus on the actual pull strength. If I want to focus on grip strength, then fine, spit on the hands and go up. Barely counting the final rep, not the best one. Felt it a little bit in the shoulder, might be in the locked out position, but not too bad. So I'm still gonna go for the 3 sets. And I'm gonna move back the bench low, hitting the knees. Not as an excuse to why the last reps were bad, it's just a bit irritating. I will choose music carefully, have a true banger, then we can probably push it to 11 reps. This one was heavy. I had my confidence up here after my front lever exercises. This one was a bit too heavy. But still, like 10 reps, 40 kg. I don't know what I started on the first session. I started with the vlogs. It was 8 reps. Maybe 8 reps of 30 kg. I had to check that because still progressive overload. Sometimes I forget like where I even started. So if I'm having a bad workout, I feel like fuck, I'm weak. But I'm still like so much stronger than just, let's say, 1 month before. So now everything can be put into relation to each other and perspective. One more set. Almost ready for the final set. One thing as well is when it comes to rhythm. If I'm doing a lot of reps, like first rep it's a bit weird, but maybe after like 2 or 3, I sort of get into a rhythm and I can do that for a few reps. That's also what I will see in competitions. People that actually compete, they have a pretty perfect rhythm where they can use the momentum so they don't really have to, you know, do like reset every pull-up. Same as if you do a lot of muscle ups in a row, you can use a lot of momentum from, you know, the energy you have when you're up here. When you get down, you start to get into like a flow. It makes it way easier. That's why doing 1 rep, pausing, doing 1 more, that is heavy. Hard to do a lot of them. Need a drop. Still happy. 10 for the final one. That is enough. Probably saw that like up to until like 6 reps was a pretty good rhythm. And then when I lose a little bit of strength, I lose that rhythm and then it becomes really hard. Take a few breaths in between each rep. Maybe I can do like 4 more extra, but it's not a lot. Maybe the goal is to get that rhythm, get comfortable with it, and I think that's going to increase the reps as well. But in general, my endurance, it's not good. 1 rep max is my strong side. Whew. Now we are actually done. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. I am actually almost already late. But in general, this session was pretty good. My motivation definitely increased a little. Been a few rough weeks with pretty hard trainings, just pushing through, feeling pretty weak. But today, some of these exercises, I felt pretty damn strong. It's good. I love to have these ones, or these workouts from time to time, they are really needed. Another, like, there can be period where I haven't felt strong in a while, and sometimes I would just take a stronger resistance band to actually feel strong. And I do that for 1 workout just to get a bit more motivation. It's sort of a way to trick in your mind. Sometimes that's needed. But this was good. I also think I predicted this in like a few vlogs back. I did say there's gonna be a day where I feel really strong. Didn't really expect it to be today, but I was expecting it to come at some point. And now I have 1 rest day. It's gonna be tomorrow. Then it's freestyle on Thursday. And that period I think is gonna be good. I'm not gonna push planche or anything during this time. Rest day is complete resting. Maybe some activations with resistance band just to get some blood flow. But in general, rest, get back. And I think on then Friday, I'm gonna be pretty ready and slay the workout again. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao, ciao!